Okay, so only 2 episodes in, and I've already lost some footage. Probably better for all of us that I lost it, just saving us all time. The long and short of it is, I entered Lumbridge, I nostalgia'd all over Lumbridge, I ran down the back of Lumbridge, I attacked some goblins, almost died, ran to Draenor, nostalgia'd all over Draenor, ran over to Falador, nostalgia'd all over Falador, and I took a trip over to the Makeover Mage to see how much that would cost us, so now we have our first episode goal of just making enough cash so we can use the Makeover Mage. So with that in mind, I grabbed a pickaxe and ran over to the Falador mines and started mining. Well, we might as well get right into skilling. With mining comes smithing, of course, and smelting. So classic. It feels like such a one of the basic things. It's always when you play games, there's always something you learn from them. Sometimes it's not always the most helpful stuff, but in this game, it did teach me that copper and tin do make bronze, which is pretty cool. Hey, to smithing. We're already on our way. Even though smithing is really it's either a skill that you really work hard on, it's a time-consuming skill right up there with, it's kind of like prayer, that it can be very time-consuming and rewarding when you get high enough, but it takes forever to level unless you're going to use that, you're going to put in the time to do it, or if you have enough money to pay off the skill, and then that makes it go much faster. The basic goal is to get all the skills at a base level of 40, probably things like magic, mining, attack, maybe range, maybe cooking and fishing, because I tend to do those very AFK. I'll get those a bit higher, but yeah, I think I'll just mine for a bit and I'll smelt these, and when I'm done smelting these, I'm probably going to sell the most of them. I might smith some to try, like I said, just to try to keep my smithing level up a bit, but this is a way that I typically make money. There's a few other little things I do here and there that make money, but a lot of my bulk in free-to-play will definitely be mining, and then smelting the bars, and then selling the bars. That's probably what I'm going to do. But wow, the GE is packed. Look at all these people. This is awesome. This is cool to see the game just so alive like it used to be. Wow, there's a ton of people here. So I smelted all those bars. We got a good number there. It all worked out pretty easy. Didn't take that long. And we're going to sell these. And oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, that was quick money. Awesome. Already got ourselves a nice cash stack. Alright, we did it. We made some money already. Did it pretty quick, in my opinion. I was probably the quickest money I've ever made. The first time I played this game, I would have never made that much money. But alright, Makeover Mage, come on. Let's work some magic. Yes, gonna choose female. Oh yeah, purple. That's an option. We could do that, but I probably won't. Stick to something regular for now. We could always change it back if we want to. Female character. There it is. Alright, great. Now we just need hair and facial features. Okay, so over in Falador, not that far away. Work the rest of this magic. That's a lot. Actually, that's a lot more options than I remember there being. Okay, which we want pixelated face 23B or pixelated face 23A. Okay, I think that's a good look right there. I'm pretty happy with that. That doesn't look too bad. All right, cool. So that's our first mission done. We did it. First task of the series. We did it. Mission complete. We look cool now. We don't look like a bot anymore. So after smithing a few of those, I ran over back to Varrock, and I grabbed myself some Fashionscape. Looking pretty good right now. Had a random event to get that hat. I can't believe I got that hat. I forgot to record it, but the first random event I got was that hat, and that is like, I think the epitome, maybe one, if not the best, one of the best hat options for free to play for Fashionscape ever. So I'm just going to keep working on this for a while. This is kind of my go-to thing, to mine a whole bunch, and then once I've gotten a little tired of mining, to head back and smith them and smelt them together. And we're probably going to sell some of them for cash, but I'm going to keep a lot of them for smithing experience. And showing off the bank here, it's not looking too bad. It's coming along right now. Just a lot of little things I've picked up here or there, but that's kind of how a beginning bank grows. You just kind of get things here and there. I've gotten a few things from mining, a little bit of money here, a couple of runes. It's not looking too bad. It's going to grow from here and start looking better and better. Got myself some armor, along with my Fashionscape, so considering I haven't been playing for more than a couple hours, it's not looking too bad. And there's my full armor set. This is what I'm rocking right now. This is my main gear. And I know I could be using a scimitar, but I really like the two-hander. It's totally underused. I understand it's outclassed, but it's just so much fun, and that's kind of how I'm going to be playing this, just my enjoyable. So this is I actually like this setup right now. This is my armor setup, but it's also kind of my Fashionscape. I dig it, and I cannot believe I got that hat. So lucky. Hopefully that's going to be like a set piece for the rest of the entire series, but man, I got so lucky I got that hat. And I just finished a bit of training. We just got 10 defense, and that levels out our combat skills at, well, at least for attack, strength, and defense. 10, 10, 10 right down the board. Going to try to keep those even for the most part. I'm sure attack and strength will edge away a little bit, but for now I'm going to try to keep them as even as possible as I just do some light training here in the beginning. So I got a little tired of doing some combat training, so I decided to take the bars I had smelted and do some smithing. Try and get some smithing XP. It's really easy to move mining away from smithing and then kind of leave smithing behind. But I saw this method of noting your bars and clicking on the bank teller to unnote them after you finished. It seems like an interesting idea, and maybe I'm just not fully utilizing the efficiency of it, but generally just going into my bank, depositing what I have, and withdrawing the bars again just seems to be fine. But this is a method that I had no idea about. I'm not sure when this feature was implemented, but it's kind of useful. Maybe you might find it useful yourself. But yeah, I'm just smithing some bars here, just trying to keep my smithing up, because if I'm not careful, I'll just mine and then smelt the bars, and then I'll sell them for cash. And I want to do my best to keep my smithing level up somewhat. It becomes a very either time-consuming and money-loss skill, or becomes a heavily money-based leveling skill, where the more money you have, the easier it is to level. But I'm just smithing up these shields. I've tried to look up just a few, just kind of looking up, seeing what might be the best at my current level. But for the most part, usually the top thing I can smith is generally the best, at least in free-to-play. And like I said before, I'm not too worried about efficiency. Yeah, I want to do what I don't want to lose tons of money and tons of time wasting things, but I'm not going to min-max and really grind down on the absolute best thing. Sometimes if I want to smith something really weird, or I want to do a weird training method, I might do that. Because honestly, if you want to go and see any kind of max efficiency, you can check out there are many Old School Runescape progress videos and guides and efficiency methods that you can click on. Super easy. You can see tons of different methods, the best method, the easiest method. They're all out there. They're all already out there. So when watching my stuff, you can expect to see maybe something a little different, which might be a breath of fresh air. It might be inefficient. It might not be the best way to do something versus time or versus money, but hey, it's different. So I think it's time to start getting on some fishing, which also kind of leads right into cooking and goes hand in hand with fire making and wood cutting, which are all really relaxed skills. And I love the little fishing spot out here in the back of Draenor. It's something about the Draenor is like a really solid town, and this fishing area is, I think I just have a lot of good memories here of just good-hearted people. Generally, the fishing community, because fishing is not a very hostile skill, and it's actually very almost cooperative in the way that people can make fires for each other and woodcut, and it all kind of goes nicely together. Fishing is a pretty good skill. It helps with combat, get myself food, can also make some money, helps level up that whole skill set right down the board. Fishing, cooking, fire making, wood cutting. Which fire making and wood cutting are, I could leave them or take them. They're not particularly interesting, but fishing and cooking are really usually up there for me. So I'll be working on that for a little while. Get myself some food stored up. And in this little area, which is, I don't know, it's just, this area is just so relaxing, something about it. And just catching shrimp is so classic. But I don't remember these dark wizards. I don't remember them being such a threat. I've seen them actually kill a couple of people here. So I think either they're more hostile in some way or magic is stronger. I swear magic is stronger. But I don't remember that being the case. And I feel like a lot of other people don't seem to remember that either. But avoiding anyone getting killed, I'm just going to be working on fishing for a little while here. So I didn't get it on camera, but lo and behold, watched other people die, and I myself, not paying attention, died to the wizard. So lesson learned, first death of the whole series, but hopefully the last, it's not going to happen. So after that, I decided to come to the little fishing area over here that's just near Remington. Way more relaxing out here. Just got a cooking level too and some fishing levels. Boy, I really like this area out here. I know it's far from a bank. It's probably not the most efficient place I could be, but it's pretty nice. And I thought I'd also mention real quick, I love the shift drop. Was not a feature when I played, and my god, do I like that feature. And 10 fishing, which nets us the ability to catch herrings and avoid any future fishing puns. Got our second random event here. Maybe we'll get as lucky as we did the first time. I kind of like that they have the random events here, because I think in later years they phased out the random events because they were mostly seen to be annoying to most players. I know they were to deter bots at one point and give some players some kind of okay rewards sometimes, but they did get annoying at some point. But I kind of like that now you can dismiss them or ignore them if you don't really care for them, but they're there if you want to do them, so that's kind of cool. I always thought the random element of that to a game like this is enjoyable. I think it's fun, especially if I get something decent here. And, well, the top, it's something. Better than nothing. And there's 20 cooking, which is not bad. It's on our way. Cooking is one of those skills where I never really train it per se. It just over time seems to get up there. So generally a pretty easy skill to train over time. So now that I've gotten my combat up a bit and have some decent looking gear, I think now's a good time to go ahead and tackle the Stronghold of Security, which is a really nice addition. I remember when it came out. Not only is it good for multiple different training spots, for really all types of combat and levels based on the floor, but it's not like it gives you some genuine security stuff that some people might not know. When you start sinking hours and hours into these accounts, you really don't want them taken. We'll work our way through here and get the rewards as we go, because the rewards are really worth it, especially the boots at the bottom. So on my way through here, I was just attacking a few minotaurs, grabbed myself a helmet that is stat-wise better than my hat. And I also got a random event to get a frog token. So when I get back to Varrock, we can go ahead and redeem that for a costume. So down to the first treasure chest, and okay, well, I guess I'm gonna need to look into this real quick and see what I need to do, because this is different. This wasn't a thing before, so I need to look into this a little bit more. Okay, so I figured all that out. That wasn't really that difficult. It only took like 5 minutes, really. It just was definitely not a thing when I originally played the game, went through the security stronghold, doing a whole authenticator. Some people would like that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it was a little more rigmarole than I was expecting for this. And that's floor 2 cleared. Got ourselves a new emote, which, I'll take it. Something. Emotes are fun, right? God, I gotta get back all these emotes. I used to have every single one. Floor 3 nets us a very welcomed 5k. I will gladly take that, and another emote for our list. So not bad. Thank you, floor 3. Appreciate it. And the final floor, easily the coolest looking floor in the whole place. And I don't recognize this guy over here. That guy is not in my memory, so that's interesting. But we'll go ahead and grab the boots, go through all this, and oh yes, of course, we have to pick the combat. Love the stylish colorful ones look great. But I'm the combat boot kind of guy. They look good with a couple different setups I like. So nice. Those look really badass. I love the way those look. Even with steel, they look really good with a steel set, which we won't be keeping for too long, but damn, they look really good. Okay, I feel really accomplished about that. I feel like we've actually made some real progress on this account. Early progress, but early progress is some of the best progress. Okay, so this guy... Okay, so I guess based on talking to this guy, he's got some interesting information on the world. He might be part of a quest, because I know there's a new quest I don't know anything about. So I'm going to guess maybe he's about that, or he's just an interesting NPC, but he definitely wasn't there before. Well, that was fun. That didn't take too long, and we got a lot accomplished through that. Got some money, got some nice boots, and a good place to come back and train later, which we'll be sure to do. Back in Varrock, we're going to redeem our frog token, which I remember these used to be kind of fun, just fun little costumes for free to play. Enjoyable part of a random event, so we'll redeem it over here. And so I know there are some differences between if I was a male character, I would have a different outfit to choose from, between a female character who gets something different, which is kind of cool in a way. But I think we're going to go with we'll eventually get another one, we'll just get the other piece, but we're going to go with the dress for now. Because I think the frog hat doesn't change whether you're male or female, but the dress does. I think a male one has like a prince outfit and the female has a princess outfit. So that's interesting. And I don't think the frog hat changes either way. It's still just a frog mask. But we'll come back and get that later. But hey, that's sort of some fashionscape. I'll probably never wear that, but we have it. Just wanted to fully show off that dress one more time before I put it into my bank and never touch it again. But just in case you were curious, that's the full princess set, which I've never seen because I hadn't played as a female character before. So, interesting. Into the bank it goes.